It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Packers and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from Indianapolis. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the set.
Play action. It's Darnold. And that's incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All day, baby, all day. Mike, 50.
Darnold.
Right here, right here.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
To throw is Darnold. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This goes out right to Doyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's.
Now Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
On the draw is Taylor. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Tight right, tight right. Tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Darnold now to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, yeah, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
That's how we do it, man.
Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
36-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Isabella. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
First down, Packers. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Colts' 47-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
15. And a Packer first down.
A give to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Colts 3.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Aaron Jones. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Isabella now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Let's go.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Slant to Adams.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Adams. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 5-yard line.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Rodgers again now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 27, Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Sly on for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. That's the end of the third quarter of play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Darnold now to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
23 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now it's Darnold. He'll get this one to Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Hey, D,
Again, it's Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
41's coming. 41's a mic.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Rodgers going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
2nd and 11 now. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.